Insane dating story with a teacher. Around a year ago, at one of my two jobs, I saw at the time a fairly attractive woman at my post in the queue. She began to talk to me, and it was friendly enough. About 10 minutes later, she came back and she seemed chatty. I would see her every now and then. We eventually swapped numbers. I was quite attracted to her at first, but we know that we need to pay attention to other qualities. We agreed to go on a hiking date 3 days after swapping numbers. We met outside the mall, took a bus down to where the hiking trail starts, and that is where the story truly begins. She began to talk nonstop at 150 miles per minute. However, it was what she was saying that was worrying. She was and is a teacher in the local borough. We will come back to that. She told me that she gave her number to a man at an airport. Not just that, but her address, working address, and her brother's address, plus passcodes to get access to the complex. Despite sensing something was off, she gave him all these details. Several months later, he showed up outside her shared home carrying a knife in his pocket. Her flatmates, all male. The flatmates had no idea who he was, but wound up having to talk to this odd person outside their home. This odd man then showed up outside her school, while his kids had been playing in the playground for recess, carrying his knife still. She met up with him and went on a date, did not alert her flatmates, nor her school, someone could have been hurt, nor her brother and his partner, as the man just showed up in their home. She said she did not feel the need to alert anyone, despite the potential for danger. Then she started to talk about how much she hates people from other religions and refuses to work with, yet alone engage with people like that. She then went up to two men who were probably colleagues having lunch and told them she dislikes gay people, and people like you are not real. It turned out her brother is gay, and she hates his partner. Despite her mindset towards them, she uses them and is always using their home. Then she wanted to get physical. It was awkward and I did not want to. She began to cry, stating, "One day I am getting what I deserve," in an entitled tone of voice. I felt something was off and sensed she was probably trying to get pregnant. It turned out she was 41 and lying about her age. I dropped her off at the station and went home. I'm not at my other job, which involves child protection and working with teenagers. That job can be distressing and all-encompassing. Sometimes I leave at 9, 10 a.m. and don't return until gone midnight. This loon starts pitching a fit because I'm working and begins acting up. 2 days later, I see her and told her I don't appreciate her attitude. I thought her behavior towards those two men was out of line, and to be texting someone like that at their work, when she herself knows it is a child protection job, should understand what the hours are like and how plugged in you have to be when it is happening. I would not expect anyone to be texting her when she is teaching in that way. She tried to put on a guilt trip. I told her to leave and cut it off there and then. Well, several months later, I had to contact the police about her as she had 2 counts of stalking. In the youth center, there was a 15, 16-year-old boy that worked as a barista. She purchased coffee from there and got in her head he was interested. It never clicked to her he was a minor. She had been stalking him for several months. Then on my count, she had been stalking me from October, ironically from Halloween, till March. After further vetting that happened, it turned out that she worked as a secondary school teacher in another region. Tons of complaints were filed against her and her actions. Serious enough to warrant dismissal, she cried and got everyone to feel sorry for her, so they let her resign and she got another job elsewhere. But that school did not undertake the proper background checks. To say I dodged the bullet hits the nail on the head.